for joining us today. And what I'm really excited about is just how much transformation I've seen with you during the course. And I mean, I've just really enjoyed having you as a student of the course.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Like, who are you? How old are you? Where do you live?
Okay. Well, I'm 38, and I am divorced for a couple of years now, and I have a 5-year-old son. I am a psychologist.
Great. And you have a son, right?
I do, yes.
Okay.
He's 5 and a half. He's in kindergarten. He's amazing. He brings me incredible joy, and part of my desire for transformation and change and to be my most healthy feminine self is partly for him too. So
that's really powerful.
Yeah, huge impetus for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what were you struggling with before you took the course?
Oh man, it's a long story, but I have been in pretty unhealthy relationships, in an unhealthy relationship with myself. That was just really not a whole lot of compassion and self-love and being kind to myself, and therefore was attracting and engaging in things that were unhealthy for me, and holding on to just a lot of self-punishment, and I'm not worthy, and as a result of that, just in some relationships, including my marriage, that just weren't best for me and weren't fitting with my morals and my values and what I really want and need.
Throughout the course, what shifts have you seen for yourself? What have you learned, and what blocks have you released?
Oh man, it's been just incredible, really. Like the change that I feel, that I felt even during your workshop. I could just feel myself opening and things releasing, and it's just been this sort of subtly daily, but also immense awareness. Like I sort of some kind of veil was actually lifted, and I could really see where a lot of my struggles were and some of the things that I was doing that were really getting in the way of me feeling love for myself, me giving love, me receiving love. And so that's been huge, just in terms of things I say to myself, how I say them, how I treat myself, the different discipline I have. To really practice that, and the course just really the way you talked about things and the way you shared, and just some of the kind of techniques and strategies for really looking at those blocks, and a lot about the reminders of self-love and opening up to the feminine and all these things that I know have been really truly deep inside me that I've just been waiting to kind of blossom. You've been able to open that, and so I'm incredibly grateful for that.
Wow, thank you. And so what can you say about your life now post-course?
So I have I've had some incredible connections, actually. Surprisingly, it makes me smile to think just the change of the people and the kind of connections that I was engaging in.
Men, specifically, or generally?
Yes. With men, but actually just in general, too, in the world. But romantically, dating, who I was attracting, and kind of the interactions I was having with men have changed dramatically. Just in each man that I have met, that I have connected with or dated in some way, even if short term, has just been so much more loving and safe and healthy and erotic and romantic. And I've caught myself when I've needed to, in terms of blocks, or kind of ended the relationship when it felt like it was no longer healthy for me, or I could see something that wasn't in line with what I really wanted. And just actually recently, I met somebody, and it's just been like really beyond any of my capacity to. I just, there's no way I would have been ready to have this person in my life before. Just no way. In terms of being able to literally receive what I feel like he wants to give to me and be able to.
He stopped by with some flowers the other day,
yes,
right?
Yes. And I used to. I mean, I never got things. I just never received that.
Yeah.
And so, just for someone to want to give me something like that and do something really kind, genuinely, without me feeling an ulterior motive, just because he thinks I'm beautiful and kind and deserving of it, and that I can let myself like literally take the flowers, and instead of, and I remember this from your course about the accepting compliments, right? Like, and it's the ultimate, right? And so instead of being like making a joke about it or trying to be sarcastic or distance, like just really feeling it and trying to embrace that is just indicative of, just even that gesture alone is indicative of how I'm trying to interact in this new relationship. And it's just been really wonderful to see that change. And I can even see it in the way I've opened with my son, interestingly, in fact, like that I catch myself being able to give him love, actually purer and deeper, and look at him and feel something really deep for him that in fact I think I was also kind of hiding or protecting myself from. And so just all around it's huge. So yes.
Thank you. And who would you recommend this course for?
Really any woman who wants to really look at themselves deeply and has noticed that they have have had some challenges and maybe want to get healthy within themselves and either find love romantically or for themselves again so they can open to it and identify the places within themselves that would really be valuable to just sort of shift and grow so that they can be more authentic. A woman who wants to be more authentically herself as a woman, and is open to that process, or open to at least hearing that and having it percolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, Nancy. I'm so grateful.
Me too. Thank you.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you, Sarika.